All right, here we go. We're doing a pack shakedown video. I got an email from a friend of mine the other day. He sent me his lighter pack spreadsheet and he asked me if I could go through it and just make some suggestions on how he could change his gear to make it better, how he could save some weight. And as I was going through it, I was like, that's actually a pretty good idea for a video. I'm not going to be going through my friend's gear, but I am going to be going through a subscriber's gear. Samantha is her name. She is going to be hiking the Appalachian Trail this year. She's leaving in just a couple weeks northbound. She's leaving in April, she said, and she has a vlog channel as well. She said she's going to vlog. I didn't watch any of her videos yet. I don't know anything about her other than the fact that she was okay with me making a really cringy thumbnail, making fun of her gear. She also told me that she doesn't really have too much backpacking experience, but she did say that she's done a lot of research, and we're going to find out whether or not she did a good job with that research. So Samantha, in all seriousness, thank you very much for letting me go through your gear. I'm not gonna hold any punches. Like I'm gonna be real, but I really do appreciate it, Samantha. The first thing that jumps out to me here is this stuff. Hopefully you guys can see that. This stuff right here, particularly this base weight. So 17.8 pounds for a base weight. That's a little on the heavy side. And I will say I am very much an ultralight hiker. I'm not like the most ultralight hiker, not even close, but I try to save weight with my gear. And my intention with this is going to be to save Samantha some weight, see what she can cut out, see what she can perhaps replace with lighter gear in order to make her pack weight lighter. I hiked the Appalachian Trail, as many of you guys know, and I can tell you firsthand, having a light pack weight while you're through hiking is really, really important. It's going to increase your chances of success out there, increase your chances of making it through without getting an injury and having more fun. If you have any disagreements, leave them in the comments because I have a lot of experience with this stuff, but I'm not going to sit here and say I'm like, a freaking expert, like by any means. So this is just my opinion. Anyways, back to this. Like I said, this base weight jumps out to me here, 17.8 pounds. And that is a little bit on the heavy side. Not like the heaviest ever. I'm sure there's people out there, I know for a fact actually, there's people out there who start with heavier base weights than that and they still finish the trail. So it's not the end of the world, but we want to get this down if we possibly can. Let's jump right into it. Shelter. And it looks like, according to this right here, 1.21 pounds total for her shelter weight. That's really good. And I'm honestly a little bit surprised to see that because I don't know where the rest of her base weight is coming from if her shelter is only 1.21 pounds, because usually the shelter is a big portion of your base weight. So one of the things I did look at before I did this video, before I started recording here, is her Tarp Tent weight. Now, I've never used a Tarp Tent before, but I do know that they're a pretty reputable company. 16.47 ounces. It's a pretty good weight for like the base of the shelter. And by the way, I'm going to use ounces and pounds here. I know the rest of the world uses, metric or whatever, but this is just what I'm used to. So I'll have a link to this spreadsheet in the description if you want to go through and you can do that and you can convert it to grams or whatever else goofy measurements you want to use. So anyway, back to the Tarp Tent. I do want to look this one up because I noticed a little discrepancy actually when I Googled this tent. 17.7 ounces. And if you look on her spreadsheet here, she has it at 16.47 ounces. So Samantha, I don't know what's going on there. Either you deliberately lied, which I think is probably not the case, let's be honest. I think realistically she probably just weighed it on her own with her own scale and it had a different reading than the actual manufacturer put on their website. Although usually when that's the case, the home scale reading is like heavier than what they say on the website because they want to sell you on it, obviously. They're usually pretty close though. So anyways, I don't really know what that's about. But either way, it's a light tent. A great choice from everything that I understand. Again, I've never used it, but I know this company is very popular and very reputable. The footprint, personally, I don't use a footprint. So maybe you could cut that 1.48 ounces out, but again, I don't know this tent super well, so maybe they recommend it. It's only, not even 2 ounces, so I'm not going to harp on that too much. The stakes, do we really need to go in depth on tent stakes? I I think those are probably fine. And then this wipe to absorb condensation, you could probably get rid of that. I know that's going to offend somebody that I just said that. Samantha, you probably don't need that. I don't know. Maybe this tent has really bad condensation issues. I don't know. But it's not the end of the world. I would maybe get rid of that. Maybe. Let's go into the sleep system. So another, huge portion of your base weight is going to come from your sleep system, your sleeping pad, your sleeping bag in particular, or quilt. Oh, a make your own gear down quilt. Nice. She made her own quilt. That's pretty badass. I kind of want to see a picture of that now. 24 ounces for a 20-degree quilt. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Just for reference, why don't we look up UGQ quilts, and let's just compare the weight. What's going on? Jesus, this website is fucking crazy. Oh, okay, it's just going slow. This is a pain to read. Let's go the lightest possible fill. Let's do 20-degree, a few ounces heavier, but honestly, all things considered, that's not terrible. I'm not going to harp on the 24-ounce quilt. Dry bag, pretty standard. Sleeping pad, the Thermarest Ultralight, that's a good sleeping pad. I have the X-Lite, the slightly heavier one. I've heard good things about the Ultralight. I know the R rating isn't quite as high as the normal. I think it's the X-Lite. Am I thinking of the right one? Yeah, the Neo Air X-Lite. I don't even know my own gear. Christ. I know the Ultralight's a little bit lighter weight than that. I think mine weighs like 14 ounces or something like that. 11 ounces is a great weight for a inflatable sleeping pad. Again, the only thing is the Ultralight isn't the warmest one. The R value is a little bit lower. And as a result, it looks like she's compensated a little bit here with carrying this bag liner. Now, this is something that is in all likelihood, and I can almost guarantee you, she will be able to send this home pretty early on in her thru hike. Maybe once she gets out of the Smokies, she can probably send this home. At that point, it's going to be warm enough. 8.7 ounces is a lot, though. So you could save a lot of weight if you maybe just didn't start with it, but I don't want to say for sure. I would say bring it for now. You'll be able to get rid of it pretty quick. That's my suggestion. We got a butt pad here, the foam pad, 1/8 inch. Now, everybody that watches this channel knows my opinion on bringing things to sit on. It's not as bad as the camp chair. It's only 1.16 ounces, which is very, very lightweight for it's just a foam pad, I guess. I would say don't bring it, but that's just me. I'm going to get a lot of disagreement about that in the comments section, so take that as you will. The pillow, I think this is a pretty good pillow. Is this the one that I have, actually? No, this is a Sea to Summit one. I have a Thermarest one. Let's see here. Summer quilt. Okay, so maybe she means, like she's going to swap this liner, this liner right here for this one right here once the summer comes around. Honestly, I would say you're probably not going to even need this liner once the summer comes around, even though it is lighter than the other one. I would say once the summer gets here, which is going to be pretty shortly into your hike, starting down south, I would say just get rid of the liner completely, especially with the 20-degree quilt. But maybe she's going with this quilt. Doesn't say the temperature rating. I guess we can click on this, huh? This looks bizarre. I don't know what's going on with this, but I wouldn't trust whatever this is. Samantha, I would just stick with this 20-degree quilt, or maybe even buy a 30-degree quilt for the warmer temperatures. I know budgets and stuff, it's not always the easiest thing, but this looks, I wouldn't trust this quilt if it were me, based on this link anyways. I would say just stick with the 20-degree quilt, and it is a little bit heavy. You could save some weight by another one. Let's go to the backpack, the Superior Wilderness Designs pack. I don't really know too much about this, to be honest. She didn't say which one it is, so let's see here. Oh, just standard pack. Let's see, is this it? Again, I don't know too much about this company, but I have heard good things. 29 ounces for an internal frame pack. That's pretty good. I'm not sure which one she has as far as the size goes. Maybe we can find the weight real quick. This is not helpful at all. The fanny pack, not really sure why she has the fanny pack. 2.26 ounces, not the end of the world, but I keep saying that about these little items, but again, the weight of these, just ounce or two items does add up after a while. I'm not a fan of fanny packs. Never used one, don't see the need for one. Just get some pockets on your hip belt or put some stuff on the outside of your pack. I don't know. Stove, the BRS. I think this is the Amazon one that I have. Yeah, that's a great stove. This is a great stove. Super lightweight. The canister, you see she marked this as a consumable, which if you're not familiar, consumable just means the weight is going to fluctuate because it's being, you're using the fuel, so it gets lighter over time. I guess it's fair to mark it as consumable. I'm pretty sure that's what I do too. But the actual canister itself does weigh a lot. So even once the fuel is gone, you still got to carry around the metal, obviously. So just something to consider there. The ever new nonstick 0.9 liter pot. I'm not familiar with this pot, but I will say, we'll say 5 ounces for a 0.9 liter pot. That seems pretty good to me. Personally, I like a little bit bigger of a pot. You could definitely save a few ounces if you got a smaller pot. That looks good. She's got the Bic in there. She marked that as a consumable. I might push back on that a little bit. I guess the lighter fluid is going down because you use it, but it's like so light anyway. I would just include that as the base weight, but that's just me. She's got a koozie here. Okay, so I guess she's going to be doing like some rehydrating with the koozie. That'll save her some fuel with the canister, but I feel like if it were me and I was going to be rehydrating my meals and not cooking them, maybe she's going to be doing a combo, so maybe there's something I'm missing here. But if it were me, if I was just going to be rehydrating meals like with a koozie, I would probably try to use a lighter weight stove, like a cat can stove or something like that. Odor bag. I honestly don't even know what that is. What is an odor bag? Smell proof? From Gossamer Gear. I'm skeptical of that. I feel like I don't know anything about these, so maybe I'm wrong, but I'm skeptical that these are actually going to be worth carrying. They're cheap, they're lightweight, so it's not the end of the world. I would get rid of this. I feel like they're probably not going to make that much of a difference, but maybe I'm wrong. If you have experience with odor bags, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm missing something. Bear bag kit. Hilltop Packs kit. I have one of those. They sent it to me a while ago. Works great. No complaints there. She's got a cup to drink beverages. Only 0.32 ounces. So, personally, I would ditch the cup. I don't know what her plan to drink beverages. I don't know what kind of beverages she's going to be drinking. Either way, she's going to have to boil water with her pot anyways. So, when I drink like coffee and tea and stuff, I just drink it before or after my meal that I cook in the same pot. I just use my pot as my cup. Homemade wooden spoon. That's awesome. A Sham Wow. Oh shit. Remember the Sham Wow guy? Let me look this up. Sham Wow guy. Remember this clown? This has nothing. Ooh, yikes. This has nothing to do with anything in this pack shakedown, but yeah, some sketchy stuff went on with this guy. Not a great guy from what I understand. But anyways, the Sham Wow, I would get rid of this. I would just clean up with your fingers and some water. Nalgene, ooh, no. Ditch the Nalgene for mixing beverages. Again, I don't know what beverages, like, what are you making mixed drinks or something out there, Samantha? Come on. I don't know what this means, but I would get rid of it. Screw the Nalgene. Let's see, going on to water here. She's got the Be-Free filter. I've never used it. I know people love it, so no problems there. I don't know what these bottles are. Let's look up what these bottles are. Ooh, interesting. Ultralight water storage. I don't know how many. She only has quantity 1 for water bottles. Don't really know. She's got to have 2, right? Like maybe she just has 1. Something's fishy here. I'm a smart water bottle guy. I don't know anything about these. Maybe they're okay. They sound kind of gimmicky. I'm skeptical, but maybe I'm wrong. I would go with the smart water bottle, but she's already got them. Dirty. Like a dirty water filter? I don't know what's going on here. A dirty water container. Okay, so maybe she's only going to have 1 bottle and then she's going to keep her dirty water in this. Might work. If it were me, I would just get smart water bottles and just have a dirty bottle and have a clean bottle. That seems easier to me. Backup, tabs. She doesn't have a weight here, but I can't imagine they weigh very much. That's fine. She's got a bladder. Okay. A drinking tube, bladder thing. I'm not a fan of the bladders. Some people do like them. I think they're okay for like day hikes and trail running and stuff like that. But backpacking, I don't like dealing with bladders, which I guess is, oh, she's got smart bottles right here. I'm so confused. Samantha, I would ditch this bottle then. I would just go the smart bottle route. Maybe she doesn't know which one and she just put them both in there, which would throw off the base weight, so that's a little sketch. But if assuming this is what she's carrying, we're just going to make that assumption. I would get rid of this guy. I said that like 5 times. So clothing. She's got the Darn Tough socks, Smart Wool sock liners. I don't use those, but some people like them. Let's look at the stuff that she's going to be packing, so not what the stuff she didn't mark as worn, which is what that little symbol means there. It's not really clear how many pairs of socks she's bringing here. It looks like 3 perhaps. Some people like 3 pairs. I like to just do 2. I wouldn't go more than 3 if it were me. You know, because 1 to sleep in, 2 to hike in. Or if you're like me, I just 1 to hike in, 1 to sleep in, and then I just kind of rotate them. I just sleep in my dirty socks sometimes. It is what it is, saves weight. She's got an extra pair of shorts. I guess that's fine because between the leggings and the shorts, that's kind of like pants and shorts. But she also has these sleeping pants. Maybe she wants to start with this, with all this stuff, just to feel it out, and it's going to be cold at the beginning of her hike. So I would say, Samantha, you're probably going to end up ditching either maybe the leggings or the pants, probably ditching one of those two, because I feel like you really only need a pair of shorts and a pair of something longer, whether that be the tights or the leggings rather, or the pants. I think that about covers it. Maybe get rid of the tank. You've already got a shirt here. You've already got a sleeping shirt. I would say get rid of the tank maybe, or get rid of one of the shirts. You probably only need 2 shirts. Footwear, she's got the Lone Peak, good to go. She's got the make your own gaiters. That's kind of interesting. She starred it too. Not really sure what that even means, to be honest, but maybe she just wanted to show that off. So here you go, Samantha, giving attention to your make your own gaiters. That's pretty cool. But I hate to break it to you, I think gaiters are kind of pointless. I've never needed them, at least during summer hiking. I know winter's different. They got the winter gaiters and stuff, but for summer hiking, I wouldn't use them. Flossie used them on the Appalachian Trail and a little bit last year, and he ended up ditching them because he kind of realized that they're kind of pointless. And she's got the sandals for camp shoes. Now, camp shoes are tough. If I'm doing short backpacking trips, I don't bring the camp shoes because they are heavy. I mean, 7.48 ounces, that's a lot. However, I started my Appalachian Trail through hike without camp shoes and ended up picking them up when I was in Hot Springs. So I hiked the first 270 miles without them and decided I wanted them, so I picked them up. So maybe I don't have much of a leg to stand on here. I will say trail runners are usually okay just to wear around camp. Just loosen them. You don't even have to wear your socks. They're basically camp shoes already. But on a through hike like this, you really, really want to make sure your feet stay in good condition. So of all the circumstances where I would allow camp shoes, I think this is the one. Winter gear. She's got a jacket here, wool gloves. That all looks fine to me. Rain jacket. I'm not familiar with this rain jacket here, but 6.42 ounces is not bad. If you really want to save another ounce, go for the Frog Togs. It'll only cost you $20. Overall, it looks like an expensive jacket. She's probably not going to ditch it. And 6.42 ounces isn't bad. And you can also use that as another layer of insulation if you have to. So I think that's fine. Rain mittens. I've never used them. I think they sound gimmicky. I'm not going to lie, they sound gimmicky. I would ditch the rain mittens. Yeah, no, rain mittens? No, I think that's dumb. Toiletries. Another odor bag. I don't know. You're going to be hanging your food anyway. I don't really see the point of having an odor bag. She marked all this stuff as consumable. A toothbrush isn't consumable. I know we're getting into the weeds here, but the toothpaste is, so that's fine. Soap, ditch the soap, Samantha. You're going to smell no matter how much you use the soap. I know it only weighs a little bit. Ditch the soap. Would not bring the soap. Chapstick, that's fine. Bug spray, yeah, that's fine. Body Glide. I probably could have used some of that on my through hike, to be honest, so I guess that's fine. Hand sanitizer, fine. Tweezers, yes, good to have. She does have the weight, 0.2 ounces. Good to have the tweezers because of ticks. But she also has a tick key here, so I'm not really sure what the tweezers are for. I would ditch the tweezers. The nail file, you're talking to a guy who does not care about his nails whatsoever, so I would ditch both of these things. Actually, the nail clippers you might want. For a short trip, you don't need those. But for a through hike, actually, yeah, that might be kind of helpful. So maybe keep the nail clippers, but ditch the nail file. The tick key, that's good to have. Make sure you know how to use it, too. A scrub glove. I don't even know what that is, but ditch it. It's not important if I don't know what it is. Trowel, that's fine. The wipes, she marked those as consumable. I guess we'll allow it since we made her ditch all this other stuff. P-style, no idea what that is. Is this a woman thing? Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that. That's fine. How many ounces is this? 4.76 ounces for a first aid kit. That's fine. Repair, duct tape, sure. I wouldn't mark it as consumable, though, because hopefully you're not going to use it. Watch, yeah, that's fine. iPhone, ditch, no, just kidding. You need your iPhone. Waterproof case. That's a heavy case, but I don't really have much of a, I mean, not really, but I don't really have much of a leg to stand on there because I didn't bring my phone case on purpose for my last through hike, and I broke my phone as a result. So, I mean, it still works. I still have the same phone actually, but hopefully you can see that. I did that to my phone, so I don't have much of a leg to stand on there. You can keep the case. Charging stuff, that's fine. 38-ounce headphones? That's got to be a typo, right? That's got to be a typo. That's not right. That would bring down her base weight significantly. So Samantha, we found a typo. So you're going to want to fix that. There's no way these headphones weigh 38 ounces. They're just like the Apple. No, that's wrong. Maybe she meant grams there or something. Battery. Yep, that's good. I have that same one. Wall cubes. That's cool. Garmin Inreach. Yeah, probably good to have. I don't carry a GPS, as I've said before, but I'm not going to tell especially a beginner hiker not to carry one. The NU25 with the strap mod, hell yeah, best headlamp out there. Let's go down to this last section here. Hiking poles, those are good. A neck knife. That seems gimmicky. How much does it weigh? 2.6 ounces. Doesn't weigh much. I have a feeling you're not going to want to wear a knife around your neck, assuming that's what this is. Which it doesn't look like that based on this picture, but that's what it says, and the thing is neck knife. If you're planning on wearing this around your neck, unless you do that already, which I guess she is because she marked it as worn, unless you do this already and you're used to it, I would say you're probably going to not do that. Massage ball, some people carry that. I know Darwin carries one of those. I don't know, maybe get rid of it. I would probably get rid of it. Sunglasses, you're going to get a lot less direct sun exposure on the AT than you might think. Might end up ditching those, or at least not using them very much. Maybe you will. Everyone's eyes are different. And at the beginning of the trail, there'll be there'll be plenty of trees. There'll be less leaves out, so you will get more sun exposure until the leaves start to come in. So it's probably good to start with the sunglasses. Made her own Dyneema wallet. That's pretty cool. I kind of want to see a picture of that too. Bug net, good to have. Tripod for her phone, I'm assuming. Maybe get a lighter tripod, actually. $35, kind of expensive for a little tripod. But I think she's probably not going to listen to my advice there, so whatever. The AWOL guide. You do not need to carry this full guide. There's no need to have the information on the trail in Maine when you are in Georgia. So what I would do, and this is what I did on my thru hike of the AT, I would very carefully cut it into like fourths. And have whoever your person at home that's going to be hopefully mailing you stuff, have them mail it to you. Obviously you got to pay attention so you know where they need to mail it to. But as you go up the trail further and further, you can have them mail it to you. Because, almost 8 ounces for a book that you don't really need all of the information in it at one particular time, that's heavy. So yeah. That's my recommendation. That's the list. Let me know if you guys liked this. I would love to do more of these. This was honestly pretty fun. And I could have like subscribers and Patreon supporters send me their gear lists, and I could just do these quite easily and frequently. Let me know if you like it. If you do like it and you see the secret message on the screen right now, please consider joining the Patreon. I got some different levels here. You'll get some different stuff and things, but mostly you'll just get to support my content. I love interacting with my Patreon supporters. They send me messages all the time. I answer questions, vote on thumbnail and title ideas and stuff, vote on video ideas. For instance, I ran this pack shakedown idea past my Patreon supporters before I made this video, and they really liked the idea. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And lastly, of course, thank you to Samantha. Go subscribe to her channel. Again, I don't even know anything about her or her videos, but yeah, you should go subscribe to her if you're looking to follow someone on the AT this year. That's going to do it. Subscribe to me too if you haven't already. Peace out.